Welcome back to RimWorld. Last time we played, we extended our little farm and some redlows joined our colony. And actually, I'm not quite sure what we are about to do now, because we have, for once, quite a lot of resources, and secondly, what we could do is build ourselves a shooting range and some training spaces, but I'm not sure where to build them. Well, let's see. This we don't need for now. Where could we build this? Let's see, what do we have on building materials? Marble blocks, we have quite a lot. So actually, yeah, that's no real solution. Usually I do the training area close to a weapons storage facility, but well, at the moment at least it doesn't help us. Oh, let's do it like this. How much wood do we have? Is it in? Yeah, it's more than enough to just add a wooden floor in here. No need for anything special. I'll just do... Of course it has to be... Okay, that shouldn't be a problem. So let's go to security. Yeah, let him build that first and we'll see about the rest later. Okay, perhaps we should speed up the game a little bit. And for the rest of the time, how do we spend our time? Well, we have some more wood, so we could actually enhance the walkways around our colony a little bit. Yeah, like that should be fine. Like this. Anything else? Yeah, over here. I don't even care if we spend a little bit too much wood on this. Because if there's one thing we have loads of, it's wood. Okay. Let's do a walkway up here. Oh yeah, we were actually planting some soil in here, but... well, it's not that important. We still have to add some growing zones here. And do one over here. So this one will be for Devil's Strand. This one is enough for hop. And we'll do some more Do we want a shroom tree farm? Now what? We'll do 2 cotton and the other ones. I don't know. Perhaps we'll just allow anything to grow there. I actually don't mind. A manhunter pack of rhinoceros. Wow. That would be impressive if we actually cared. This and like this and over here as well. Well, let's see. They're coming from here, so they're not getting very far, I suppose. Yeah, the first one's already down. Okay. Yeah, they might attack us. And they might also start painting Renaissance art, but I highly doubt it. Let's speed up the game again. So that field we actually don't need anymore, but instead I want to have some floors over here. An exotic goods trader. Cooper? Oh, you're there actually. Give him a call. Let's say, did we? Yeah, we actually added this, but the game has quite a lag at the moment, but as long as you don't care, I don't care either, so 29%. These can go. These we could actually keep for a little bit. I suppose we got these from just some passing by pirates, I would say. 99, 50%. Nah, this one I want to keep for now, until we start actually carrying. A floater stomach we can sell. No, these I keep. Sheets we want to... Oh no, that one we'll keep as well. We could sell these, but at the moment I want to keep them. Don't know what for, but as long as we're having them, they're food reserves. We have quite a lot of sea snake fillets. Or fillets? Fillets. Well. Yeah, just some shots from the rifle and then on the shoulder and down to the... Well, let me actually give you another weapon. Because the one you... Yeah, get that one. It's a lot better. Cargo pods, which contained... Whatever. Goo. Yeah, we can never have enough goo in our colony, can't we? Well, let's check out our mechanoids, and of course we still have to repair them. Because for some reason they can't successfully get auto-repaired sometimes, but as long as we don't have any trouble, I suppose that's not a problem. Of course, if the last of our mechanoid crawler hauler bots would crash and explode, we wouldn't have any, and that would be quite annoying. Well, what is that actually? Kind of a field. Yeah, do it like that. It's not absolutely symmetric, but well, I don't care. As long as it's looking great, I don't really bother. So let's see what's going on in here. Some more stone cutting. We could add a deep storage for cut stone. Question is only, where do we put it? Yeah, this is still being built. We could put it in here. But what for actually? In here wouldn't make much sense either. Can we put it in the open? That's a good question. No, it was under miscellaneous. Yes, it actually seems we can. Let's do it like this. Suppose it will work. Okay, how's the rest? Yeah, actually it starts looking like some kind of a farm. Of course, it will still take some time to plant everything. But as long as nothing starves and our colonists aren't all tied up with planting the hay, I don't really care. This is growing. This is going quite nice at the moment. Nicely. Well, the boomalopes directly next to our colony are making me a little bit nervous, but as long as nothing bad happens, I suppose we can accept them. Well, if anybody would be so kind finishing up this room, we could add the shooting range, because our colonists can also use the shooting range for recreation, and I suppose that's not a bad thing. Well, you know what we could add? Raw food, vegetarian, potatoes, keep minimum stock 750. Confirm. Corn, keep 750. Confirm. Rice, come on. Keep 750. Confirm. And berries, keep 750 and confirm. So if we don't really are in the mood to do some trading, at least they'll keep our fresh food storage a little bit unclogged food, fish. Nah, no. We'll keep it as it is, but at least for vegetables we should do some auto trading. Well, how about clothing? Well, we actually have some here, so that shouldn't be a problem. Since we put in the green carpet, it looks rather nice in here, I have to say. And wow, they finally finished part of the room. Yes, okay. Otherwise it's going to be too dark in here to make a good shooting range. Well, I suppose the colonists don't mind, but I do. Because I like seeing them in there. Fire, where? Oh, that actually could be a problem if it wasn't raining already. And yeah, self-solving problems are the best. Just 1 second. Okay, I suppose nothing important happened. No, nothing worth the time. Sorry to keep you waiting. No, it wasn't that long, but... well, let's see. Yeah, especially the cook seems to be missing some of its repairs, actually, but for not long ago that actually didn't seem like a hay farm, but... yeah, too bad. A little bit fire. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, sitting next to the fire, eating lunch. What? Just expand the home zone a little bit. Should keep us some trouble away. The rest of the jungle can, as far as I'm concerned, burn down. Okay, where does it crash? Oh. Yeah, that's exactly why I sent him away. Would he have been hit by that, we would have had ourselves one colonist less and boom, red leather, a siege gun. Well, they sound nice, but actually they are not worth the effort. A light walk high-grade steel spear of success. Wow, a spear of success. That's not a stupid idea. So let's get these. The fire has to be extinguished, and that's a nice idea that you got yourself a little sleep. These urgently need to be hauled. This isn't stopped, okay. But these we can stop for now. Because we have quite a lot of stone left. And there's a lot of work to be done. And as long as they don't do it. Oh, nice. We should also put some wood floor in here. Not only for the looks, but to keep plants from growing. Yeah, even if we won't use that thing, at least haul it so we can sell it. Okay, these should be all of them. Raw resources, stone blocks. Copy and press and shift. All of them. So now delete these. Just need to check if we would need... Well, actually... Just add some more of these. And designate some of them for wood, so that shouldn't be a big problem for us. How much steel? Yeah, okay, we have enough steel. Storage and wood. The rest of them we can leave undesignated. What? So, like this. Just extend the walkway a little bit. Do this for gnarf and this for shroom wood. Where is it? There. So we can get it out of the way. Shouldn't be much of a problem. Okay. Now we have to wait until these are finished. And these are done. It shouldn't take very long. Or is it growing up here? That's nice, actually. Critical chunks. Okay, let's see if they are starting to haul chunks in right now. And that should be okay. I still wish there was an option not to feed them the best food we have in storage, but yeah. Well, at least our colonists can train their negotiation with them, or her. Okay, they're not actually restricted so they can't get out. Which would be bad, but if they can get out, they also can hold these in. The problem is I don't want these doors to stay open. But for some reason... well, we'll force them to. Shouldn't be a problem. Of course. Well, I could have thought of that myself. But actually I didn't, so I have no right to complain about it. And like this, and now everything's fine. Or it will be. Someday. Let's see, if you unequip, everything's brightly lit. Except for some parts in here, but that really doesn't matter that much. All of the rest is still brightly lit. Yeah, except for some parts in here. Suppose we could do something about that, but I just don't want to. So let's see. That was for steel. Oh, we used quite some of our wood for all this flooring. Which actually isn't bad. That's why we have such a big tree farm over here. Well, are we researching at the moment? Oh yeah, we were researching the fissure generator. But I suppose getting the slag metal from our front doors is quite useful as well. One should be auto-sold very soon. That's... don't know what that actually is. And we still have a lot of wood left, so there's no shortage for us. Oh, come on. How much? 10 steel from 1 slag. That isn't too bad. This isn't finished yet because they have most obviously something better to do than having their shooting range up and running. But everything else is working at the moment. That's good enough for me, so let's see. Okay, time's up for this episode, so thank you for joining in. If you liked what I did, thumbs ups for free. If you didn't like it, some stones for free as well. There's a link in the video description to the game and all the mods if you want to check it out for yourself. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.